The channel, everyone. We are on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we're going to be getting back into grinding for a great one. So we'll kind of just take it bit by bit and see what we can get, and hopefully we get to something pretty cool. But with that being said, let's get right into today's video. Or today's stream, I guess. Thank you guys for joining, and let's hunt. Alrighty. So we're gonna have a little bit of housekeeping to do at the beginning of this, but that's okay. Alrighty. Well, let's check what our hunting pressure looks like. Not too bad in some of these spots. I do want to get down to these lakes, though. I think there's a battle to be won down there, maybe at these three, So I think we're going to make our way. I actually think that's where we're going to start. So we're going to start by waypoint here, and then we're going to fast travel and change the time and see what we can see, and hopefully it'll be something cool. Change the time back to, we'll go straight to, it's 15, right? Pretty sure it was 15. For some reason I drew a blank. Yeah, 15. Fortunately, we have a good wind, too. We'll have a good win for both of them, actually. Well, yeah, we will. Won't for that one, but that's okay. Oh, shoot. Little billy goating to get up there. Guess this gives them plenty of time to get into their zone. decent climb. We may want to end up with a tent like right in there maybe. About here so far, we just have a wood bison zone here, but we may be able to get some others. I know I'm watched Flinter's stream earlier today, and I know he hit these lakes a lot, which is not something that I had ever even really considered. I'd always just stayed pretty far to the north. We'll see if we come up to these lakes, if maybe that was a mistake. Hopefully it is. Bighorn. Alert. Don't really care for bighorn right now. Unless, of course, it's a diamond, in which case I'd happily shoot it. But I don't see any mule deer here. So we're actually going to shoot that guy for, oh, maybe not. He actually didn't look very quick to go down. We're going to walk around this lake real quick and just double check and see if there's any tracks. Welcome to the stream, everyone who's just now joining. We are glad to have you on board, and hopefully we get to see something cool. We've gotten some decent respawns when it comes to mule deer, so hopefully it keeps going. Got a couple of decent 4s that respawned, and just got to kind of hunt them around and get those shooter zones. I did go down. Not really overly enthusiastic about chasing after him, but yeah, just there's got to be more here than just these two. It's a lot of, well, guess it is really that same ones in all those zones. And then bison, so okay, well. We'll wander up this way, see if he died somewhat close. If not, I'm not gonna chase too far into the woods after him. Low bleed rate. I guess for financial purposes it makes sense to find him, but time is of the essence, and ideally we try to zip through as many kills as we can, but we'll see what we can do. Man, that's a nice view. He was headed for the edge of the map. Where are we? Sounded like she was right on top of us. And we know we've gotten... You can get close to this one we have before with the... oh, what did we get close on here? The bison. How could I forget? A diamond bison, even. We just know it takes a little bit of stalking right at the end if they're on this end of the map of the lake. What do we think we're gonna have up here? Gotta start slowing down a little in case they're on this side of the water. Don't see anybody yet. Haven't heard any calls. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but that I think was a mule deer. Speaking of, nice 3, another 3, 4. I would have to assume they're going to come up here to drink. So that's where all our stuff had been going to. They'd been coming up here. Which leaves me hopeful that they will be at some of these other lakes as well. Bighorn up here. I do like seeing them going back to calm. See, we've got no pressure here, so hopefully we can shoot 2 of them. Ton of bighorn, actually, over there. Oh, and actually, a mule deer there. Drinking right there, attentive. Calm. Decent bighorn. 3. So if we can try to get him and him. He's alert, which I don't like. Fortunately, we're going to be going with the 300. I think we hit him twice. Yep, we did. So that gets 2 more for the grind. And a spot we will definitely be back to for at least that. There's 2 more 3s that we want from in here. But we'll have to do that at a future round. But it is, like I said, it's nice to find this zone. He was a gold. This guy was probably he might have been a gold. Nope, he was a silver. He was close though. First shot, stomach and intestines, which obviously not a great shot, but it was enough to bring him down. We did hit him a second time as he was running away, but that's all right. So now we'll go up to this lake from here. So it'll be about a 600-yard jaunt. So not short by any means, but not too long. 700, I was close. Got some fleeing wolves. So that's fine. They can flee all they'd like as long as they don't attack me when I don't want them to. Sure we don't see anything up around here. I wouldn't mind shooting something in this area. Just to kind of help with hunting pressure for right now. But it doesn't look like there is anything, so. Which is a-okay. Now we don't have good wind for this approach. Which is unfortunate. We should be seeing stuff if they're on this side by now. And this is a thawed lake, as opposed to a frozen lake like we've been hunting up north and even just to the west of here, and like we will south of here, I believe. So, see what we can see. Moose. Not at all surprising, honestly. Seems like we have moose everywhere on this map. But that's not what we're after right now. Don't really care about moose. Still 300 yards out. If we do spook them, it's not the end of the world because, like I said, we're not after the moose. So, spooking them literally means nothing to me. And like spooking him meant nothing to me. Unless, of course, he was a diamond, in which case we would have to shift gears a little bit, but I'm going to try to smoke this bull and one other, just to help with pressure. That one's going down, and he went down. We probably won't pick up the female, but we'll pick up the bull. Run along there, see if there happen to be any mule deer drink zones. Got some pintail flying over, which is fine, cool, good for them. Don't see any zones on this side other than just these moose zones. Which again, is fine. Not every lake is going to be a good lake. I would like to see if this is an outpost, because if this is an outpost, that would be helpful. It'd be a shorter run if something did end up bouncing to this zone. I'm not optimistic, though. See, what do we got up there? Other than a ticked off bear that I do not see. So, oh well, he'll get over it. Oh, and you know what? Here's that moose, so we'll pick her up too. We were a little high and a little up front, but we got it. Should be able to. Said there was a male in there. I don't see him, or a rooster, I think is what they are. There it is. And he is nothing, so. And this is just going to be a hunting stand, which is also nothing. So let's head down to this lake, I suppose, and then down a little further to that spot and see just kind of what we can hit. That's a decent 4. Let's just see what we can do. No, didn't really do anything, which, whatever. Sometimes the Quist Reaper just does not quite have the edge that I'd like it to have, but it's still the best 2 to 6. And it's still likely that that'll end up dying. I actually should have shot one of those, maybe I still, well, I'm sure they spooked, actually. I was going to say, we should have shot one of those pheasants, even just with them on the ground, just so we could add the hunting pressure in the area, but we didn't, oh well. No harm, no foul. Oof, very low bleed rate. He did die, but he took his sweet time. think we can... Oh, he's too far now. I would have taken that shot if I could have. Interesting. Wind blowing right at him, so that doesn't help us at all. Two, one. May shoot him and hope he charges us. Well, they won't go far. I think that one we shot in the face, actually. Or we had a perfect shot, which is possible. It's always possible we had a perfect shot. But we're going to see once we get up to him. For those of you joining, we are grinding for mule deer, but at the same time, we actually frontal heart shot. Nice, good for us. We are grinding for a mule deer, great one, but at the same time, as we're going to the different spots, we're actually checking a couple of new spots. What we get on our way is just going to clear out the hunting pressure. We've almost cleared it out completely up there, actually, which makes it so much easier for the next run. Got to get rid of that hunting pressure so we can actually keep killing animals. And we're really close here, so there should be... There's something here. It should be making some noise or something, but it's not frozen, which is fine. Just a little different. Not seeing anything yet. Alright, so nothing here, which is a-okay, except for a ticked off bear, which we're going to blast for purposes of making other stuff easier to deal with. As we send 5 rounds of 300 at him. She did not go very far. And then I think from here, we've got to get down to this spot. I wish I had a tent with me. I would just set it up, get on a bike, get on a quad, and just zip down there. But we're going to run down, shoot a few things on our way to clear up these zones. And then... yeah, we don't have anything down here yet to fast travel to, which is fine. We can figure it out as we go. Be a little bit of a jog. at me if you're gonna bark at me. Once we get there, we're gonna have to get some more tents to set up down here. We've got plenty set up there. We should try to set up. I don't think we found any zones actually up there, but we will need to set up a couple more tents. Step away for 1 second and I get stuck on a tree. So we're gonna keep on running. We're gonna try to blast one just for fun. No, we didn't get any. Oh well. Feelings not hurt. Ooh. Come on, get us up here a little bit. Maybe I can just go around it. Maybe yeah, I definitely didn't have to climb up right there. Cool, 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 cool. Let's see anything down in there. We'll definitely have to go back to this spot later where we know we have mule deer. Oh, they're both fleeing. Let's see if we can't put a fleeing shot on one of them. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh well. Just gonna try to help with some hunting pressure, but it's all good. We'll just kind of let it run its course. This would not be a favorite spot of mine to run into a group of wolves, that's for sure. Even though it seems like a very likely spot to run into them if I did. Let's see here where we want to check out that lake. Get in here, put a bunch more tents in our inventory because I do not like having to run when I should be fast traveling. Makes it harder on me, makes it harder on you guys, so I want to make it easier on everyone. If you guys have any additional tips, on ways that this could be done, let me know. I am all for tips. But let's get in here. I know that this is going to get spendy too. Yes, I didn't need that many because I can only do 16 at a time. But Oh, I have to get rid of something, that's right. We probably don't need the quest. If we do, oh well. Alright. My dog barking up a storm because he's a buffoon. We'll get up here and check this spot. Yep, looks good. Let's see, what did we have? So we got another one down there. That's okay. So let's check how many tents we have on the map. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have room for 2 more tents, so we didn't see anything worthwhile there or there. We did there, so that one's fine. But maybe like at this lake, and then maybe down at that lake, or that lake even. Actually, there's 2 there, so maybe split the difference there. We'll see. But let's check this lake out first, see if there's anything worthwhile there before we even consider where we're going to put them. And put on a little more deodorant. Well, that's promising. If we have mule deer running in this direction, I would have to assume we have mule deer drinking down here. Oh, what did I see there? Mule deer, nice, and a 4 at that, so we'll have to see. It's nice to know that we've got some down here. Another decent 4. Don't have a favorable wind. My dog's going berserk in the background, which is pretty normal for him, but that's okay. See if we can get him. I would like to get this other 4 too. Hey, shh, buddy, shh. So let's see what we can get down here. Maybe there'll be something else lingering down here, or maybe it'll just be the 4. A couple of does. Nope, there's definitely more. There's a 3, 3, some does, 3. So this is where a lot of our guys are going, actually. Those are both 4s. Both technically diamond potential 4s, with him going up to 318 max and him going up to 312 max. However, neither of them are going to make it. I can tell you that right now. But at the end of the day, they do still technically have the potential. So 3 4s down here is pretty nice. He is attentive, so that's where we're going to do it for them. They're both down. That guy's swimming. And you know what? We need some more ammo for our 300. We're down to 2 rounds. So we'll definitely be resupplying that. I didn't even think to check that before we left that outpost. I guess I could just drop a tent and resupply it right here. Which I might do that, actually. So he would have been a gold at 252. This guy would have been a gold at 299. So he was decent. You know, he would have been he's a solid gold. But he just didn't have enough. Place this, get some more 300 rounds. And we'll get a few more 30-06 while we're at it. But the big one is going to be the 300 rounds, because that's what we're going to eat through. I'm not going to say the most, but we're going to eat through a lot of 300 rounds. You know, we've eaten through a lot of our money. We're down to 30 grand. So we're going to need to replenish our finances here pretty soon. What happens when you buy, you know, whatever 40 tents we bought or whatever it was. Let's go down to this lake. And then we'll see what we can get along there. If we can get mule deer at both of these, we can put a lake, or I mean I'm having a stroke. A tent in the middle. Head down here, check this spot. And then we can zip back, get that outpost, check these two, get over, check that one, and then get back up and start over at the top. So we're now getting pretty close. I don't really want to piss him off. Thought about trying to get him to go aggressive, but we were still a little bit too close to the lake to do that, but it's good to know that we've got a feed zone for just him. He is the only one here. So I don't hear any mule deer yet, or see any, but we'll see what happens once we get right over here. This is a smaller lake, so there is that. But size does not always matter, guys, right? Nothing here, which is fine. We don't need them. I mean, knowing a lake where they're not is almost just as helpful as knowing a lake where they are. Because if we can dial in where not to hunt, that means we know where to hunt. Man, there are moose scattered all through here. The moose sure were drinking back here. Make sure there's not anything up on the hill at all. Oh. Nope. Move on to the next spot. Some moose chilling down here. Couple of 4s. 209, 256, 195. Let's see if we can get maybe that guy. And then snap over to the other one. And just because, for ease of everything. Oh. Well, we didn't do anything. We screwed everything up every time on that entire thing. So, welcome to the channel, guys. We suck. We actually have to run away, place a tent, and then change the time because drink time is now over. So we'll just kind of scooch back here just outside of that 200-yard range. Place a tent. Try deploying in wide open space. That seems pretty wide open, but... let's make it a little bit after 15. Let's go 15:31. And then head in. Now, what are we going to have up here? A little bit bigger of a lake. Got some moose. Which is, you know, cool, good for the moose. again, not what we're after. I mean, knowing where there aren't is, like I said, can be just as helpful as knowing where they are. However, it's a lot easier to hunt them when you know where they are. Let's go ahead and just try to drop both of these guys. We're not going to go pick anything up, but... Boom. And we didn't get the second guy, but we got the first one. We'll check this last one. Again, not overly optimistic, but you never know. Where'd that guy swan dive? Hopefully in a decent spot for us to pick him up when we run past. So far, I think during the stream we've shot more moose than we have mule deer, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I suppose has to be done to an extent. Here's where he piled up. Again, this will help with hunting pressure. That probably is almost non-existent. We've kind of hunted our way through, so. Get to this next spot. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set a tent here. And we're going to go up here, hit these spots. That one's down to low, so by the time we get there, hopefully it'll be gone. And let's go ahead and back out, get back in, get all the animals respawned, and then see what we can get on the north run. Northwest run. We're going to head just straight north from here, see what we can get the hunting pressure back up in all those spots before we continue our exploration, because we'll be able to kind of hunt as we go in some of those spots, and it'll help kill the pressure in the other areas. So hopefully that'll help. What did I say? I said straight north from here. Yep. Alright, we know we had a herd of a few back there. Fortunately, we did put our deodorant on. Moose warning call. 2 will leave. Doe will obviously leave. The rest might have actually kind of bounced. 3, 3, 3. Yeah, I don't see any others right now. So, not to say this spot is a dud. We pulled a couple of big ones from here, but they must have just either bounced somewhere else or just not back yet, which is fine. Let's go up here. This spot kind of tends to be a hot spot for us. We've seemed to almost always have decent bucks on this lake. But we will see. Looks like there's some over there. Drinking. But no bucks. More bighorn. No more deer. We may just pop up here and change the time just by like 1 minute, just to see if we can get anything else to kind of come out to play, because I know there's another herd of deer here. And there they are. Looks like a 4, 2, a 2, 3, 2. So lots of 2s. And then the 1, 4. And there's a 3 there, so we'll take both of them. Well, that's 2. Both the 4 and the 3 were definitely respawns. Just barely had the snow on his back. He would have been a gold. Solid little gold. We hadn't had a buck in this corner herd up here for a while, actually. Hopefully he wasn't a solo that we deleted, but I think he was an additional one for that herd, and he would have been a silver. Wonky rack, wow. 3x4. It's got like a big rack 3, small rack 4 going on. So that probably killed his score, but check here. We have bad wind, but a couple of decent threes. A lot of deer here, jeez. Two. What are you? Oh, two. Oh, bighorn. Two. So it looks like the only ones worth anything are going to be that three and that three, which is perfect. Right next to each other. That'll help get them down a little bit quicker. That tends to be a two-shooter lake. I want to put a tripod stand down there. Then we'll hop on a quad and zip over and pick those guys up. I can buy one. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of the tent. Put in the tripod stand. Come back up here. Get a tent back in my inventory. I think this one quite a bit of the time has shooters too. But we don't have the money to do that. It would have been a silver. You know, for a medium bleed rate, he bled for a long time. I think we hit him a second time here. Oh, no. Must have been back in here. Yeah, right there when we had a no organs hit. And there we go. Here's his trail again. And here he is. That also would have been a silver. We actually, yeah, we didn't hit anything impressive. That's alright, that's two more for the grind, so we'll come up here. apparently spook a elk. Bull elk at that. That's okay, we'll come up here. Yeah, this lake tends to have some decent ones as well. We may put a tripod stand here. Oh, let's go. Look at that guy. That's our first rare of the grind. We'll see if we can get... Nope, we just want him. So we'll go ahead and just pop him. Man, that guy looks awesome. Oh, he could be a super rare. He's got a... I didn't even notice his estimate, guys, until just before we shot. If that's a super rare, I'm going to lose my mind. Let's shoot this guy. Well, we're not going to shoot this guy. Actually, I lied. We are going to shoot this guy. We're going to be nice and calm. We're going to walk over to him. He's a nice-looking piebald. He's a nice-looking piebald. And he's a 4. So you can't really hype up the fact that he might be a super rare. Because he can still troll. You know, it's not technically a troll because he's not a 5. But guys, if we just smoked a super rare, I'm gonna be wired. I'm gonna be wired. Like I'm wired already just because he's piebald. Okay, there he is. And we didn't pick up his track, but that's okay. But look at him, guys. This guy just looks gnarly. I mean, with the mountains in the background, that way. Huge mountain in the background that way. Okay, moment of truth. Super rare or not? I don't know. Oh no, he's awesome. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's awesome, right? I just gotta remind myself he's awesome because he shouldn't be a diamond because he's a 4. But 310.34. He is less than 2 points away from our first ever super rare. Oh, that is that is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. But a little bit of me is a little bit disappointed too. But still, let's go. Super, super cool buck. Definitely a respawn, so we know we're doing something right. But let's keep on going. That's our 60th mule deer of the grind, so not a bad one at all. Check up here. Man, that's just a little bit demoralizing. Just a little bit, though. we got over there? That. Shut up. Folded like a lawn chair. Didn't really need to shoot that right there, but we did. Oh, we ran right past. Black. Okay. I just wonder if there's anything back deeper this way that we... There's not. Which is fine. We know we're gonna spook something out of here, which again is fine. Looks like both littler ones. Decent 3, 2, 3. We should set a tripod up here too, but we don't have the money for that, so. Bear just lumbering down, bighorn eating. Okay, so 300, 200. Folded. Like a couple of lawn chairs. 61 and 62 are taking a little snooze. Yeah, y'all ladies better get a move on. He would have been a silver at 190. This guy probably still would have been a silver as well. Yeah, at 196. A little bit bigger, but not much. He's a little wonky too. His rack's a little bit different. Actually, quite a bit different when you look at some of these. Alright, let's see. See, I always get stuck like that, and it's annoying. See what we've got going up here. Moose running, which is fine. See, I think we're just a little bit too close. Oh, I don't know what we hit the second animal of. Alright, there we go. So we've hit at least one is gonna die. actually looks like only one is going to die, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. It was just the one. Which means this guy either got really unlucky and we shot him twice, or the first shot was really, really bad. Oh, maybe we did get both of them actually. We did get both of them. Non-vital organ hit. There's just like a 0% chance. Well, not 0%, but slim chance that I find that other one. Alright, let's see here. Nope, ran right past him. Pick him up. Right through the rear end. Let's just take a gander right here real quick and see if maybe we can find... There's the blood. So we'll track this guy down. We made a very poor shot, but if we don't pick him up, it's gonna slow things down a lot more than how long it'll take to just track him down and pick him up. So, welcome to the stream, everybody who's just joining in. We're just kind of grinding away on mule deer. We had a really nice piebald level 4 almost scored diamond on us. He was a 310 minimum, and of course when you got a super rare on the line, he's gonna score minimum. So he scored 310 and change and just barely missed it, but that's okay. We're just tracking down this guy. We'll find him and then move on to our next spot. We were a little bit out in front of him, actually. And he would have been a silver. Decent silver, almost a gold. But let's go here, just see if anything bounced over here. Not optimistic, as this tends to be a moose only spot. Well, if he goes down, great, but not optimistic. Hit him with the 300 just for funsies, though. Go here. See if maybe something bounced in this direction. Does not appear so, which is fine. No harm in that. Check this one and look back across. Two. Let's see. Doe. Doe. What are you? Doe. Doe. This lake is like full of single doe zones. Let's go ahead and change the time. Make it 15:39. And you know, let's just check and see if that prompted anything else to kick up here. That too is just always wandering around here, but is never anywhere we want him, which is fine. So nothing there. We've got like a single doe and a level 2 here. This is what we've had for a while. Maybe something else respawned up here, which would be nice. But... oh yeah, oh maybe not. I got excited for a second, but they're all bighorn sheep. There's our level 2. Another bighorn sheep. Where's our doe at? Well, we've got a doe out here too, but that level 2 is just gonna keep on chilling. Just curious. Alright, let's go back here. Let's see what we've got. Bighorn, and then a herd of deer that's not there. And then a herd of deer. So we're going to go and change the time again really quick just to get that herd in. That's not there. How much are they charging me to rest now? $2,500. It's another thing that I got to be careful of. I've only got about, I don't know, 4 or 5 more rests. That herd really not come back in? That's annoying because I know that they're there. I didn't overshoot them. I didn't kill the zone. Zone's right there. Whatever. Let's go here and then run north. that fence. So that's what all good hunters do, right? Cross fences. That's where the big animals always are. They're always on the other side of someone else's fence. Yeah, we've got some more deer here. They were kind of being funny earlier, too, where they weren't all spawned in. Kind of like how that herd was at that last lake where we tried to kick them in by just sleeping an hour or a minute, but... Decent moose there. Wish I had a bow, I'd smoke one of them. But I don't, so I won't. Three, two, two. So we have 1-3 that we're gonna bonk. Actually, as long as there's nothing else over there, which does not appear so. Yeah, that'll do it for him. He's slumped. Yeah, using a unethical large gun, so much nicer when doing this stuff, because the last thing you want to do is have to track something for endless amounts taken away from the rest of your hunt. Straggly silver, just under 200. Upper neck and jaw, so that did it for him. Let's go, where was it? Was it this one? Nope, it was this one. What happens if we come up more that way? Let's see. In this direction for a little ways. Ooh, a 7. Not a bad looking bear, but we're too close to this lake to do anything about it. know we've got a couple of deer up here. There's at least one shooter before. Those are not deer. And that's not the shooter. That one is. Just gotta get a little bit higher up. Oh, that's a different shooter. Oh, that's a different shooter. Okay, so there's a couple of shooters. Couple more shooters in here. There's like 4 shooters in here. Okay. We can take out the 4s. That would be good. Three. Just the 1 4? Is that a 4? And then 1, 2, 3, 4 3s. Got him. Let's go. Looks like we just shot straight through the top of his spinal cord, though. Which, I mean, doesn't matter. No, we actually didn't. We got lung, liver, stomach, and intestines. And then on this guy, double lunged. So, that'll work. 2 more for the grind from here. Moose, nothing. Did have mule deer there, but we can't go back there. Moose, moose. We should check that spot, but let's... Fast travel, well... No, first we're going to go here. We're going to go there from here. And we are going to go by ATV. Pushed out of the way by the door. No, we need to go to garage. So it'll be a little bit of a ride, but not too bad. Hopefully I made the right decision where to leave from. Apparently I can't ride over that tree. Well, I'd been wondering where this lookout was. Makes sense that it would be like one of the last ones I visit, but see if we can't get up here. Don't think we can billy goat up here, but if we can billy goat around, even though we are really close. There's an outpost right there. We will have to make our way there at some point too. It's kind of nice that they have the smoke from the campfires, so it's pretty easy to tell from afar, like, hey, there is an outpost there. I don't see that being a trend that they continue, but it doesn't hurt my feelings, that's for sure. Knowing I can just look to the skies and find some smoke. Follow the smoke signals to the nearest outpost. Just gotta keep billy goating up here. That's something out there. Nope, just trees. I swear, with my luck, I'm gonna fall off this and die. And then I'm gonna have to come all the way back. I think we're almost to the top. Took a real scenic route, but you know, that's alright. Run up there, get that point of interest. Remaining call for that homie way out there. Fiddler's Bow. Very, very unique. Just calmly meandering through the forest. So we'll want to come over here, place a tent, zip over to the other tent, pick it up, zip back to this tent, pick it up. So I don't want this tent here anymore for a number of tent purposes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have enough spot for 2 more tents as of now. See here, let's start with this direction. Actually, we should leave a tent up here, because I have a feeling it'd be easier to get around it on this side to get down to there. Well, you know, we could actually loop around. We'll loop around. We'll loop around. What the heck? Why not? 600 yards. We can make that. Thought those rocks were a bunch of bison. Turns out they're not. They're just a bunch of rocks. Bear mating call right up there. If we see her, we'll shoot her. Yep, that'll do it for her. That'll help with the pressure elsewhere. the initial shot. She went about 10 feet on just a single lung, but man, the 300 just wrecks bears. It's not even close. I feel like we should set up a tent real quick to change the time. Come on, you were so close. Let's go 1541. Now there could still be moose here, which is fine, that doesn't really matter, but maybe up there we'll be able to get a good spot to put a tent to get down there. 'Cause I don't like this spot coming kind of up the hill. I would rather be looking down like we do from up here. Level 7 bear, not bad. I think if they're any, because they're going to be like right. Yeah. Alright, so we got deer. And we got a lot of them. Golly. So let's... And a bighorn. So over here we've got a 4. That's a doe. What are you? A 3. A 3. A 2. A 3. A 3. A 3. A 3. Ooh, a nice 4. If I can smoke both the 4s, that would be ideal. And then we head up there. Maybe more like up there. Or actually up there. A little bit worried, so we're 142. Well, he's not going to go too far, so we'll just go get him and then backtrack. But 2 4s out of that group, and there's a lot of big ones in that group. here is this guy. Ooh. Man, just above spinal cord. We almost just dropped him. But he was a solid gold. You'll definitely want to be up on that hillside, about 200 yards away from, well, there. Huge herd drinking at this lake, though. A little bit smaller, 239, but still a gold. I mean, actually silver, but score-wise a gold. About 100 away. So just have to kind of come right up over this edge. Now about $140 away. $180. Probably now 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have one more tent we can place. Kind of hoping for there to be a buck hanging out here like that. Let's go right up there. Hope for the best by the time we get there. Well, we were trying to shoot one of those so we could have some extra hunting pressure to help knock off some of the other hunting pressure, but we screwed it, so we helped the hunting pressure 0. getting to the next new spot. See if we can't find something down there before we head up to that small lake. What do we got resting out here? Bear. Speaking of bear. Hopefully that was a good shot. Thought it was. But now I'm starting to second guess. Seeing as he's still alive. Well, he did go down. Just took a little time, which is fine. We must have been too far in front and hit flesh. If we did, or we were, then we followed it up with a nice little kneecap shot. He would have been a silver. That outpost right there could come in handy too. Hopefully with a few more spots that have shooters in it, we won't have to take breaks so often to hunt down the pressure from up here, because we've got this pressure's pretty well hunted down. Like that one's almost gone, that one's almost gone. We just got to kind of... Oh, what do we got there? Nice 4. I don't like where they're drinking though. I do not like it at all, actually. Like, why are you not drinking where you're supposed to be drinking in the effing water? That's okay. How far out are they? They're 300. Okay, apparently somebody was close. Just him, which is fine. Actually, I don't know where the heck they're going. Move this a little bit further back. In here a little bit closer. He left too. Now that is peculiar. Peculiar. Drinking out 250. He's a 3, so he's a shooter. He's dead. I just don't know where that other mega herd was going. Huh. Unless that was the herd and they were just still calmly traveling from over here. I think the big herd did run this direction. It's possible that that was them. But odd either way. May have just smoked somebody in a single zone. Well, there's 8 that were in that zone, so maybe they were going into that one, but were spooked out by the other guy. Not 100% sure. Double lunged. Took a nap. A dirt nap, an eternal dirt nap. Let's just see if maybe they decided to chill somewhere right down here. I mean, that was just such a huge herd for... And they were just calmly meandering through. They're definitely spooked because now they're drinking down there. And I should really shoot one and go after it. 180-ish. Yeah, that'll do it. Go pick up that one. I mean, that's a nice extra kill outside of the drinking zone. So that's not a bad thing at all. Probably fast travel back to that tent in a second. Gold. Oh, and actually now we're so close to that one, we might as well. Go there. Some wood bison. We'll see if we can't take 2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them. You get to live because you're a doe. But that more pressure. That's the nice part about when you're grinding and you're walking from place to place a little bit more than fast traveling. Then you can kind of get an extra couple of kills in between, and then that just really sets the tone and helps clear that pressure out a little bit quicker. Where are these guys at? Oh, they're both right there. 1, a 1, a 1, a 1, a 3. Let's see if we can get him to go aggressive on us. Nope. So I'll just get him to go dead. Hopefully that didn't. Yep, nope. Gold. Oh, that first shot actually didn't even get into lung. It's a little too low. Interesting. Second shot saved it though. Now we got a nice little campfire going here. Supply tent. Back up to just over $20,000. You know, we might as well just keep going this way and kind of come down from the top and see if that's a good vantage point. Not sure if it's going to crest and we're going to start coming down or not. It kind of appears to be in a nice little valley, I believe. Doesn't look like it does. So we're actually going to zip over here. This direction. We tacked on an extra 100 yards of our run, but smoked a couple of those guys. Straight through the stomach. Textbook gut shot. And then there's this guy, which looks like we hit more than just that. Yeah, both lungs, the liver, as well as the stomach. So, homie got smoked. It's nice to note there's a lot of bighorn up here, but we are not after bighorn, we are after mule deer. Hopefully I'm doing the herd management somewhat right by leaving the little guys. But we will see. I mean, it did produce a big, I mean, huge piebald. That piebald was huge. Let's see here. Try to gain a little bit of elevation. So we can see down onto that lake. Where there's a wood bison running away. What a guy. Ring-necked pheasant can probably hop off. Oh, maybe up there is going to be a good spot. Can't see exactly where they are. Let's see. Not likely. So, cool. They can get away. Again, doesn't hurt my feelings one way or another. That's a wood bison. Warning calling me. I'm actually kind of surprised the wood bison are up in this kind of really thick, not thick, thick's the wrong word, but steep hills. That's not quite where I anticipate them to be. But I will say I did anticipate there to be some mule deer here. And I'm not seeing any yet. Little bear huffing and puffing. You know, I don't see... Shh. It's okay. It's okay. I won't kill you yet. Or you. But yeah, there does not appear to be anything down there. Let me actually set a tent up here real quick. And we'll just change the time. Oh, maybe. Oh no. I thought this was going to be a good spot for it, but... Maybe right up here it'll work for me. You cannot tell me this is too steep. Oh, cannot place more structures of this type. Three, two, 1, 3, 1. Got a few more of those guys. Looks like just 2, which is perfect. Spinal cord, nice. Double lung. Nice. So I guess good there's nothing there because we need to clear a tent. So let's go ahead and actually back out, come back in, and give it one more run. $15.38, and let's head not quite all the way up north, but we can start with this one. Actually, if we're going to start on the north side of the river, I want to start with this one. Alrighty, so those moose are going to be pissed off and run away, which is fine. They're kind of on the opposite side of where these deer normally are. So, I do believe that there are two herds here because sometimes if they act funny, I just get these two. Flip right at me. They're just big chilling and drinking, so, and we won't shoot him. But we may come back to that one just to double check. Take a look down here. Two. Bunch of bighorns. There's that doe. That bighorn bounced here. So we really don't need to pay attention to this zone often. Seems like no matter what we do, we don't get anything additional here. And we don't get anything changing or anything like that. So, which is good. I mean, if we can dial that in to know where a no zone is, that's perfect. Now this, generally, is a yes zone as long as both herds show up, which both did today. Produced a couple of respawns. in one of them. Let's see, what do we got? Make sure we didn't get anything bouncing in with this doe. Nope. Nothing over there, which is fine. So we got a 3, 2, 2. Now this could very much end up as a no zone in not too long if we don't get a good respawn out of this one. Don't run at me, guys. I'll just start blasting. Kind of a wonky rack, but he would have been a gold. Barely. Move up to this one. Now this one has definitely... It went through a phase where it wasn't really a shooter zone, but it is back to absolutely being a shooter zone. This one is, I believe, where that piebald was, which, I mean, look at all of them. 2, 2. There is a ton of deer here. Now, there are a ton of not shooters, however. It's like in all of these, that I think looks like a shooter. It looks like there's only 2 shooters. Which that's a pretty low number of shooters for this many. But it's nice knowing where all the 2s are, right? You know, if we can have, like I said before, if we know where the no zones are, and we don't have to really worry about them, then we can, you know, focus more heavily on the yes zones. But let's see if we can't get something lined up to where we can get 2. That one and where's my other shooter? 2, 2. 2, 3. There we go. So we did hit him. So we got 2. Eventually. It wasn't a pretty 2, but it worked. This guy would have been a silver. No organs hit. And I don't think he ran for too awfully far. Looks like he was still a medium bleed rate. So, for no organs hit, we must have hit some bone or something. Which means we were probably low and back, I'm thinking. I'm thinking we smoked like a hind leg. Here he is. Oh, we were high. Shot him in the vertebrae. Okay. That's right, that works. He would have also just been a silver. Let's check out this one. Which also has potential to go either way at this point. It seems like it could be either a shooter or just a lake of twos. But at the end of the day, both are important to have. So those guys that are, oh, those are traveling. Okay, never mind. Oh. That's trippy. So let's go back to the tent, change the time a second, get them to pop back in, because there's a herd there. We didn't just lose an entire herd. That's not the way that works. Not without deleting a zone anyways, and last I checked, that is still a ginormous mule deer zone smack dab in the middle of that frozen lake. We'll see if that brings them back in. At the very least, it brought that bighorn back in. No, really? See, now, that's not right. Let's go ahead and go here. And we'll be back to that northern spot because there's deer there. See if we had anybody jump up here. Does not look like it. Looks like so far it's just that one doe still. And they picked up a couple more. Looks like a couple more bighorn. And another doe. Okay, so we picked up another doe for some reason. Not sure why, but that's okay. We don't see generally great numbers there anyways, but it's just one of those spots that I like to check, make sure before we get too far away. Make sure. Looks like we're only going to get the one, which is fine. The 4 was the big one anyways. And he did not go very far before he piled up. He was a decent gold. Just barely got into a lung. You know, we're gonna fast travel to this one. Slow to a trot. Slow to a trot too late. That's okay. We got one here. He was a level 4, so he could be a gold. I mean, he'll be a silver, but trophy score-wise could be a gold. It's actually like the exact same rack as the other one. Almost the exact same score, too. So he was a gold. Make sure there's not anything here. Never know if something's gonna bounce. Which nothing did. Nothing here. Let's check back. Is this lake? Couple kills, few more fast travels away. There should be a herd here. I would be beyond miffed if that entire herd just disappeared. Where did they go? I mean, they bounced somewhere. I mean, do we even still have tracks down there? Bighorn, bighorn, bighorn. Oh, are they not here anymore? Huh. Interesting. Well, okay. We'll keep tabs on that. They were darn near in my tent. 2. Doe. Couple of does. Okay, good. Still just does. Check here real quick. It isn't here either. We've got some weird things happening right now. Just bump it back an hour. Huh. I don't understand that either. I want to check this spot one more time because I'm just still kind of stumped, honestly. Oh, I'm getting tired. Okay, there we go. Now they're back. Oh, a 5? However, he looks trolly. And then that is a 2. Okay, so that could have been part of the issue, is why they were being wonky. Calmly traveling. Attentive. Slumped. Absolutely nailed. Does not stand a chance at survival. However, unfortunately, he was not very big. He more than likely looks like he will troll. Now, it would be nice if he did make it, you know, but just not overly optimistic. Let's take a look now that we are down here. Stickers off that one. 2 stickers there. Yo, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Is he gonna make it? Let me know in the comments. And I am picking him up in 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, diamond. Let's go! That's what's up. He's going to the lodge. So that's our definitely a respawn. Man, he was just barely a diamond. 313.80. I really was not confident that he was going to make it, but I'm not disappointed. So that's awesome. Another diamond for the lodge, plus a rare. Grind is going good today. That's for sure. So let's keep it rolling for a little bit more. Let's check down here. Okay, let's see here. Still not back here, which is, like I said, that's a little odd, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and zip down. That one, I guess. No. There's mule deer there. kind of southwest. We'll try to go pretty much straight west, kind of like we did last time. Try to get more up there. Is that a pronghorn? Yeah. Guys, I really didn't think that that 5 was going to make it. You know, seeing his estimate, it was just, I mean, it was like 250 to 325 or something, 324, so he had a lot of room to miss by, but fortunately he made it, so I'll take that. That's our second diamond mule deer. And only kill number 78 in the grind, so better than the 100 to 1 estimated average that it's supposed to be for kills to get a new diamond. Of course, that number is not exact, but that's, you know, that's kind of what everybody's thinking the rough estimate is. Don't know what Pronghorn's doing out there. He must be confused. There's still just so many 3s here. This is where all the 3s are. Let's just try and... Nice. Smoke 2 there. It's always nice when you get a good, clean, quick double kill like that. And, I mean, they're just slumped down right next to each other. Don't get much better than that. He was silver, almost gold. He was... Oh, they were both bronze, almost silver, but silver, almost gold, score-wise. That works. Let's try out this lake. Don't have favorable wind for this location though, which that's unfortunate, but we'll go here, hopefully smoke 1. Zip over here, hopefully smoke 2. Come back over here, hopefully smoke 2. Can't remember where. There's kind of drink zones all over here. Alert, he can be alert, doesn't hurt my feelings. decent 4 over there, which I think there was before too. I think that was one of the 4s I couldn't get to. But I thought there were some more here to the left. That guy. Now, those wolves, on the other hand, are not something I necessarily want. Is that another... Oh, man, I thought that was another 5. He looks huge. So let's try to put that big guy down. And then pop to maybe that one or that one. We're going to use this because he's got a good estimate. No. That one got away, which is fine. We'll get back to that 4. But let's see what this guy ended up being. He probably won't make it, strictly based on the fact that he's a 4. And stickers are on the outside instead of the inside of this one, so he's gonna be small. Yeah, 303. Solid gold though, but just not the diamond that we were seeing before. But I'm super glad to see that it looks like we're getting some big respawns. You know, that's a couple of really good size 4s that we've been getting. Let's go here first. Okay, so they're fleeing, which is fine. I could not care less. Now we've got mule deer. So we've got a 3, a 2. Another decent 4. 3. Oh, 3. Down a little bit since we've got a good wind. Doe over there. 2 so he can stay. Another doe. I think that's it for a doe. Doe. So we'll see if we can't get that 4. Honestly, and then maybe that... Oh, it's a 2 right next to it. Actually, other than the 4, I really don't care what I get as long as it's a 3. There we go. Smoked him. Run over here, collect these 2 guys. Alrighty, what do we got for this guy? $260, so he would have been a gold. Double lung heart shot, that does it, I would say 100% of the time. And this guy, we made a nice last-ditch shot into the woods where we, I don't know, smoked him in the neck maybe. Oh, we hit him in the jaw. Almost a neck shot there. Then flesh. No, actually double lung right kind of in the back. So that worked. Over here to this guy. They're fleeing, which is fine. Okay, so now we do have a big herd here. So we got 3, 4, decent 4, 3, another 4. Okay, so if we can, well, first let's actually get down there a little bit closer and look at them all, or at least look at most of them. That way we don't miss something like, what's that? A 3. Looks like he's by himself, but gotta make sure we do our best to really look everywhere. There's another 3. So this is also a pretty good lake right now. 7. There we go. Got those 2. We'll zip up this lake and then that lake. So he was a gold. Shot him in the neck. We must have tore up his organs, a very high bleed rate. Just a double lung. I'm actually surprised it didn't drop him. He was a solid gold. Ooh, he looks decent. Yeah, solid 4. 2. 2. That's another 4. Nice, that's a couple of good respawns. Well, that is also 2. That saved his life. Go pick those guys up. This has been a pretty consistently reliable lake. Unless we don't get run over here, which we did not because, well, we're awesome. Decent gold. this guy, who he was smoked. He was also a gold. Make sure nothing jumped here. Doubt it, but you never know. Better to be safe than sorry. Last thing I would want is for something to jump here and us not check it out. The 2, the doe. Sometimes another doe, but I don't see her right now, so that's good. Let's check here. Alright, so we got 2 of them. Hopefully this guy was a level 3. Not super confident, but I'm pretty sure that all 3 of them were 3s. And we're about to find out. His antlers say 3. And yep, he was a 3. We shot him straight in the dome. That sucks for him. It's actually good we didn't shoot that. We didn't want to hit that anyways. We did have a medium bleed right here, and I think I hit him again just as he got over this ridge. Maybe not. But here he is. So also vertebrae and scapula, and then flesh. That is not in your best interest, sir. Fortunately for you, I can't see you. No, I only got 1 of them, but that's okay. A-okay. Maybe not A-okay, but... Non-vital organ hit. You shouldn't have ran far with it. 50 to 75 already. 25 to 50 before I got off the ice. Yup. Means here he is. 280. He was a decent gold. Not bad at all. Fleeing elk, which is fine. Could not care less about a fleeing elk. Now, if we're on Silver Ridge Peaks and I see a fleeing bull elk, I'm all over that. sit here. It's all about the mule deer. Big 4, 2, 3. Man, those wolves sound like they're close. So he's not gonna make it, but him and then him. Smoke both of them. Man, these lakes down here really came in clutch. Helped get us those respawns, get eyes on some of the big bucks that had kind of bounced around. Then we're just shooting those down and waiting for a good respawn. Double lunged him, he was a silver. Shot him in the back of the head, he was a gold. Don't know why they were all fleeing, but... Two, 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 two. Okay, so a bunch of twos. So there was a 4 here, though, so we'll be back for him at a later date. Let's just check here once more. Two, 3, 2. We'll go ahead and take out that 3. Another one down. Silver, almost gold. Let's go back here, see if we can get that 4. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, okay, we'll get him on another run. Actually, there he probably... Well, that was a 3. That was another 3. So I don't know where the 4 went, but we will find him before too long. I'm not all that worried about it. But with that being said, We have two things to add to the Trophy Lodge today. Alrighty. First, we will come in here and throw down. Can't put him there. Can't put him there. Can put him there. Or there. I don't think I like him there. Well, that's actually not too bad. So there is Diamond Mule Deer. It was 312.8, so a little bit smaller. He's got those stickers on that one there, on each side coming up. Whereas like this one is just, he's got a lot more mass, and a little bit wider frame. But so we now have a blonde Diamond Mule Deer and a gray Diamond Mule Deer, which is super cool. And then, even though we're leaving there, we're not done, because we have a piebald to add. I'm thinking he's gonna go right over here. Right here, probably. Really good looking deer. And he was a 310 gold. He was very, very nearly a super rare. But I love that variation of the piebald. Looks super, super good. And we've got a whitetail albino in here. Cystic mule deer. Dilute mule deer. Dilute mule deer. So, as you can see, the lodge is continuing to grow. Got piebalds and albinos and rares all over, scattering this lodge, as well as our dedicated diamond room, which that's now like our 8th diamond that I think we've pulled from Askiy Ridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got plenty of diamonds. That's our second duplicate, being 2 mule deer and 2 turkeys. But yeah, super, super cool. Awesome addition to the lodge. If you guys want to see how we got some of these other cool things, make sure you look around the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button on the stream and on all those videos. I appreciate it. But I think that's where we're going to wrap up the stream. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.